does the word a new harmony means? Is it really important, necessary, benefits to learn about it, to use it? From our perspective, we have seen that in our life we face many problems, and those problems have not been solved yet. So this is the reason why we have to learn about a new harmony. Before getting further, my name is Pon Minh Ieng. I am a member of Cambodia Public Speaking and Debate Association, and I'm here to give you a short speech about a new harmony. Before getting to understand what does the topic mean, we have to learn what does that word means first. The word a new harmony means that finding a new way of living together peacefully without any argument. So it means that in our life, even though we face many problems, there's still a way, there's still a solution, there's still an answer to fix those. So I have brought up two main points to talk about a new harmony. The first point I'm going to talk about a characteristic. Characteristics define as ourself. Ourself include the points people living condition around us. For example, from the very young age, a teenager, you're studying in high school. So when you're in high school, for me, from my experience, when I was in high school, I always do things by myself because I understand that in the future I will not depend on anybody. I depend on myself. That's why I always work things together by myself without any help. But further on, when I finished graduated from high school, I moved to university. I have learned that I cannot do things by myself. There has to be a group work. I have to find partner. I have to be extrovert because I always used to be an introvert in high school because I don't like making friends. It's wasting my time. But when I moved to university, I understand the fact that we cannot living alone in our life. We need a partner. We need someone who helps you to make things successful. That's the point that we're going to talk about characteristic. So after that, just put that characteristic away right here. We move to the second point about association. Association is about society, community in our life. So bring back to our first point here about characteristic. You're living in a teenager life, studying in high school, working alone, depending on ourselves. Move on, university life, you understand that you cannot do things by yourself. You have to make friends, you have to be introvert, you have to be active, you have to make a connection with everybody so you can be good and successful in your work because everything is not working successfully without any help. But further on, to the second point, association, after graduating from high school, university, you will get a job. After that time you get a job, you will understand the fact that just because you make friends, it doesn't mean that you make the right one yet. So you have to find the right one, the right partner to make things more not complicated. For example, I am a businessman. I'm working in a business company. I cannot work things with my partners, with my employees in the same company at all because things will not change if you're working in the same person. So you have to find a connections with the other companies. That's why the reason that every companies they make an advertisement about their own benefits. What is their passion? What is the things that have been going in their mind, which attract people in the other companies to understand that, oh, I should work with this company. It gives us both benefits for each other or give us a bright future. So that is the points that where we understand the word a new harmony means. To sum up, a new harmony is finding a new way to be more successful, finding a solution of living together peacefully without any problems. We know that we face things really hard in our life, but things will not be out of hand. There's always a solution, there's always an answer to fix those problems. So this brings me to the end of my presentation. Thank you for your attention.
Look what I have in my hand. A pine cone. What does it have to do with the topic? Well, it's nature related. Did you know people who are more connected with nature are usually happier in life and more likely to report feelings their life are worthwhile? Nature is part of our life, which can generate a multitude of positive emotions, such as calmness, joy, creativity, and can facilitate our concentration. With that being said, I have a question for you. How many of us truly feels connected with nature and our planet? In our modern world, Modern technology has paved the way for multifunctional devices, busyness as a badge of honor and trendy status symbol, job security, and so on. We overlook our surroundings. Then how can we find ourselves a new harmony in the natural world? The human-nature relationship goes beyond the extent to which an individual believes or they feels they are part of nature. It can also be understood as an inclusive of our adaptive synergy with nature, as well as our long-standing actions and experience that connects us to nature. Consequently, developing an enduring relationship between people and nature, connecting people, is crucial for future nature contact. How can we enhance our spirituality and connect with nature? Well, these are 3 methods among many others. 1. Learn about local plants, trees, and wildlife. It's amazing to start learning about the natural world, understanding its importance, function, habitat, etc. 2. Try a new outdoor activity. It could be hiking, camping, biking, wildlife viewing. It's best to go out there and constantly getting out in the nature. 3. Communicate nature experiences by writing, painting, sculpturing, and taking photographs. Share your sense of knowing, of understanding, of feeling, of inferring information about your surroundings. We can develop a new relationship with the natural world by noticing nature. Conservation. We should shift our attention from focusing on getting people to visit natural or sometimes remote places to focusing on people who can tune in and connect with everyday natural close to home through simple activities. As I walk with beauty, as I walk, the universe is walking with me. In beauty, it walks before me. In beauty, it walks behind me. In beauty, it walks below me. In beauty, it walks above me. Beauty is on every side. Quoted by the traditional Navaja prayer. This is how we should feel toward our environment. Therefore, after watching this clip, I want you to go outside. It could be your backyard, a park, or literally anywhere nature involved, and connect with your environment. Watch with all your eyes and ear, your sense of smell, and enjoy the moment for yourself and for this new harmony. Go get your own pine cone. Goodbye. Thank you.
Last year, I was stuck in a miserable pit of despair, filled with terrible anxieties, onerous heartbreaks, and there was little motivation inside me to even live. However, I was able to heal from those because I stumbled upon a new great friend, which is a journal that stayed by my side during those hard times. Greetings everyone all around the world. My name is Dayan Cao and I am a student from Cambodia. I'm sure everyone watching this has gone through many hardships in their lives, but not many individuals have a lot of people to talk to about the tough times they're going through, which leads me here today to speak about the art of journaling under the theme A New Harmony. I'm aware it isn't a new idea I came up with, and it has been used by some people. However, there are some people who haven't tried journaling yet, which is why I'm about to share all of you 3 major points. What is journaling, how to effectively journal, and how journaling can heal us. First, what is journaling? Well, journaling is the habit of writing your thoughts and your feelings onto a piece of paper in order to feel better. It's like talking to someone or venting to someone, but you're writing it out onto a piece of paper instead. And the feelings you're letting out could be anger, heartbreaks, anxiety, or sorrows. For instance, during this pandemic, if you feel anxious about COVID-19, worried that you or your family or your friends may get infected from COVID, you can write all of those negative thoughts onto a piece of paper, then you will feel somewhat better. It's like emptying a space full of clutter. Another point is how to effectively journal. In order to journal efficiently, it is best to journal without worrying it wouldn't be good writing. Because journaling is an informal type of writing, so you can write whatever is in your head. For example, if you write while worrying that you will make grammatical mistakes or that your handwriting isn't pretty enough, you won't be able to write out all of your negative emotions out because you would spend most of the time dwelling on those problems instead of the issues inside your head, which impacts on your journaling efficiency. However, if you write freely without worrying about the grammatical errors or the journal aesthetic, you will also be able to let your negative emotions flow freely as well. Coming to our last point, how journaling can heal us. When you let your feelings out, it's like dropping off the heavy weights you've been carrying. With that, it helps you find reconciliation after the pain. It also helps you reduce stress, making your mind at peace. On top of that, it helps you escape from the anxiety inside your head and the pain buried in your heart as well, which is a path towards healing. To give an instance, if you're going through an honest breakup from a relationship, daily journaling can help you sort out your damage from that relationship. In other words, you will be able to heal from the hurt you've gone through, which leads you to be able to move on from the person you were with in that relationship, as well as guides you to become a stronger version of yourself. To sum up, journaling is the habit of writing your thoughts and your feelings onto a piece of paper in order to feel better. Moreover, in order to journal effectively, one must avoid perfectionism, for it's the enemy to your journaling efficiency. So if you haven't tried journaling yet, you should get into it because journaling could be the healing savior you need.
We spent 12 years of our life studying at school. Another 4 years of our life has also been taken for us to participate in the university. So that is accounted for 16 years of our life. But do you think those years of our life studying and investing in the educational system, is it that worth it? Is it that beneficial for all of us? Greeting the world, I'm Heng Long from Cambodia. And on today's theme of New Harmony, I will be discussing my sentiment and I will raise up my main objective. And that is to change the current educational system. First of all, before we get into the main solution itself, we need to discuss about the key problem of the current educational system. First of all, we all know that the key point of education is to emphasize the ability, the passion, the talents of each individual. However, I do not see that coming at all because in many parts of the world, especially in Asia, students are forced to take more than 12 subjects. Well, I know that those subjects could be beneficial to them. However, I don't think that by forcing them to do things that they don't like is good for them, because we want them to develop a full skill, and that is not forcing them. We want them to do things that they like, and that is a great idea. Moving on to another problem, and that is school is over focusing on the learning subject. Well, school is really focusing on the learning subject, and they have let go of the morality and soft skill development of each individual. Because, soft skill and morality is as important as the education given by school. So if schools are not able to give students the morality lesson, then problems at school would be caused, such as bullying, violence, and abuses. Now we have come to the last problem, and that is teachers has caused corruption in school. Well, not all teachers, but a lot of teachers, especially in my country, Cambodia, would cause corruption. First of all, I would like to raise an example. Teachers would force students to take part in their extra class to gain knowledge. Well, not all students are financially capable of those extra classes. But, teachers are still forcing students. And that has caused conflicts between students and has caused injustice among. Okay, now we have come to the solution. First of all, schools should give students the right on what they want to learn. Because by doing so, school could make students feel better about education, and therefore it would make students want to study at school. It can also help students to develop a real talent of their own. It would make them feel better and does not cause any stress and mental destruction among students. Another solution I could think of is for school to implement morality lesson from a young age. Because problem could be seen if morality is not given well. However, if morality lesson could be given from a young age, therefore the human resource that we create could be someone, not just someone who's filled with knowledge, but also someone who's filled with morality, and that could make them a respectful person. The last solution is for school to take actions against corruption at school, especially from teachers. Because I believe that corruption is still a strong thing to concern about in the society. And if we want to erase the corruption at the society, we should stop the corruption at school. Therefore, schools should be taking action against it. To sum up, in my point of view, by changing the educational system, we would be creating harmony on the world. Because when education are effective to students, the knowledge that they obtain at school would be useful in the development of the world. And those knowledge that they have got from the school would help them to change the world to become a better place,